There are many rumors circulating around. Of course, you can trust those about as far as you can throw them. We don't know exactly how the Holy See is going to respond. It looks like there are going to be sanctions that will be levied against, at the very least, the individuals who will participate directly in the consecrations. But those censures could go as far as touching anyone who assists at society masses, and therefore, masses at their schools would be included.
I've been homeschooling my children for the past 12 years, and unfortunately, there are a few, if any, options for Catholic education nearby. In one location, we found an SSPX school with non-digital curriculum. That's awesome. A daily traditional Latin Mass. That's even better. And bi-weekly confession for school, for the school kids. So what more can you ask for? That's amazing. With the upcoming problems with the SSPX, however, I'm guessing that an SSPX school is not a good idea for our kids. But what are your thoughts on this, Father?
In this instance, I wouldn't be entirely opposed, all things being equal, to you sending your children to a society school for the reasons that you mentioned. Of course, they're getting to the sacraments. The Holy See has been very confusing occasionally with our attendance at society masses, with the practical effect of saying that we can fulfill our Sunday obligation with them. As I've said before on the show, I generally counsel against a frequent attendance at the masses of society, not because I don't think there are good Catholics there, are good priests. I've met some, I respect them deeply, but because of the spirit that's often fostered by the society, of this kind of siege mentality and of a reflexive defensiveness vis-a-vis our legitimate authorities within the Church, which I find to be deeply problematic. And not just because it's Canon Sharpe speaking, but because the normal mode for us as Catholics is to live in one of serenity and peace, invisible union with the Holy Father and our local bishops. And so that's a long way of saying that exactly what the consequences will be after July 1st and the consecration of those bishops is going to have a direct impact on the manner in which I could fully respond to this question. Yes, I want to validate you in your charitable concern to ensure that your children are educated as well as they can be. But at the same time, this specific instance with the society, we just don't know what the lay of the land will be like after July 1st.